Hello guys, welcome to this video, and as you're seeing today I've got you with this new Warlock build, this Arc Warlock build which I don't see many people using. I don't know why no one is using Arc build. This build is so damn crazy that you will be amplified each second, every second you will be amplified. So, and your survivability, don't even worry about it. We'll cover it up how we will do that. As you can see, we're doing this legend law sector and I'm 12 power level below. And I'm wrecking every one of them, going close to them, killing them. And the crazy thing is, this weapon. I had wanted this weapon for so long that I didn't even use it. But then I read on the tab of Bungie that this weapon got a buff, and this weapon can blind enemies, which can stun unstoppable champions now. So as you can see, Queen Breaker is doing decent damage, not that great high DPS, but it's a very great damage and it unstops the champions. And on our kinetic slot, we're using any anti-barrier weapon. The main thing here is Queen Breaker and our grenade launcher forbearance. So what is great about this build is you can use anti-barrier and unstoppy, and you can use forbearance with it. Okay, now if you switch to Thunderlord, you can use overload and anti-barrier, and you can still use this grenade launcher. And if you switch to Hung Jury, you can use overload and unstoppy, and you can still use this forbearance. So you won't run out of amplified at all. And if you have Thunderlord, and you know how crazy this has become this season, you know this build is very great. I think Bungie just didn't added the artifacts of Arc this season because they knew like Arc would be like legit broken and legitly great. So I'll show you what we're using on our subclass. We're using Chaos Reach. On our abilities, we're using Healing Rift, we're using Strafe Glide, Ball Lightning. So while amplified, Ball Lightning releases additional lightning strikes before detonating. Like this is just our backup. On our grenades, we have to use Pulse Grenade because this season they got 20% or 25% damage buff increased. So yeah, we're using Pulse Grenade and we will be spamming our grenades instantly, infinitely. You will be spamming it, especially if you're using Thunderlord. No one can stop you from getting your grenade back like every 5 seconds, every 4 seconds, whatever it is. And on our aspects, we are using Arc Soul. Just like I said, we are going to be able to spam this Pulse Grenade. Just like this, we will be able to spam our Rift. So we have lots of Arc Souls. And great thing about it, while amplified, your Arc Souls are supercharged and gain increased fire rate. So they will do more damage, they will gain increased fire rate, and Arc Souls is very great on this build. On our second aspect, we are using Electrostatic Mind. So defeating targets with Arc abilities or defeating jolted or blinding targets creates an Ionic Trace. Collecting an Ionic Trace makes you amplified. We are killing any enemy with our Thunderlord or Forbearance, even Queen's Breaker, and we're not even using our primary. It's just for stunning the champion, nothing else. So we will always have Ionic Trace. Even if you don't have Ionic Trace, we will get Ionic Trace and we will be amplified. You will see yourself. You can try this build at any law sector. Just play like how I play. Use your Rift first, throw your grenade, and let the Ionic Trace track you. You will get amplified and keep on repeating the cycle. You will never run out of any ability and you will be killing enemies very easily. So on our fragments, let's come to our fragments. We are using Spark of Resistance. While surrounded by combatants, you are more resistant to incoming damage. It also gives us plus 10 strength. So yeah, on our second, we are using Spark of Shock. Your arc grenades jolt targets. This is very important. We need this now. We can also stun the overloads from our pulse grenade because you can see this Electrostatic Mind. So our pulse grenade will be jolting the targets and overloads will be stunning. getting stunned. So on our primary we have anti-barrier, on our heavy we have unstoppable, on our special we're using grenade launcher, and we also have overload. So we have all three champion mods in one build. Isn't that crazy? On our third we are using spark of ions. Defeating a jolted target creates an ionic trace. So whenever you defeat your jolted target through your grenade, it will create an ionic trace and you will get your grenade back very much faster. On our fourth, we are using Spark of Amplitude. Rapidly defeating targets while you are amplified creates an orb of power. So we will be creating lots of orb of power with this build. Let's come to our mods and what we are using. What makes this build so great are the mods and the exotic helmet armor we are using. You have to use Fallen Sunstar. It gives us improved ionic traces. The armor perks are Ionic Conductor. Ionic traces you create move faster and grant you additional ability energy. Nearby allies also gain ability energy when you collect an ionic trace. So nearby allies will also gain ability energy. Like, it is very great for 3-man activity, 6-man activity, 4-man activity. So yeah, this build is actual perfection in my opinion, and it is very great on Warlock. I love this build. So let's come to our mods, what we are using. On our helmet armor we are using 1 Ashes to Acids, 1 Heavy Ammo Finder and 1 Harmonic Siphon. So we'll be creating lots of armor power with killing from our arc weapons. On our gauntlets we are using Firepower. Your grenade final blows creates orb of power. Bolstering detonation grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a grenade. And grenade kickstart. So we have decent amount of grenade kickstart every time we use our grenade. On our chest armor we are using Conclusive Dampener and we are using Arc Reserves, so we have more Arc Reserves. On our leg armor we are using Absolution, reduces all ability cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power. We are using Recuperation, replenishes health each time you pick up an orb of power. We will be creating lots of orb of power and you will be even going close to the enemies using your grenade launcher. The orb of power will drop and you will get your health back. There will be lots of orb of power with this build. So you will see. And we are using Arc Weapon Surge to increase our arc weapon damage. Now on our class items we are using Bomber, 2 of them, and Reaper. So whenever we use our class ability, your next weapon final blow spawns an orb of power, and whenever we use our class ability, we get our grenade cooldown. Like it reduces our grenade cooldown when using our class ability. So guys, this build you have to try it yourself, and I would say 2 loadouts. One loadout is this Unstoppable, Overload, and this grenade launcher. You have to get it. If you don't have it guys, let me give you an advice. Please farm for it and get it. You will not be regretting this weapon. This is very great grenade launcher. Even if you don't have crafted one, you can have this roll and you won't need the crafted one because it won't matter that much. So believe me, just get this weapon and this build will turn into something else. And the second loadout I would say one is Queensbreaker on our heavy, and we will be using anti-barrier on our kinetic. So we are using Queensbreaker, Unstoppy, we are using Autumn Wind, Pulse Rifle which will be an anti-barrier, and we still have our 4 variants. So do try this build. If you have this weapon, you will be finding this build so much fun. And do let me know in the comments what you think about the build, if anything could make it much better. So thanks guys, thanks for watching, and if you guys like this build, please subscribe to my channel and like this video so I can bring you more content like this, and have a great time. GG Guardians.